Did you know that right now there are 8 divine messages waiting to completely transform your life? Yes, you, born under the sign of Libra, are about to discover something that will change everything. What if I told you that the universe has been trying to speak to you, but perhaps you haven't noticed the signs? Every word you are about to hear is not a coincidence. God has prepared special and sacred messages specifically for you, Libra, and they arrive at the exact moment when you most need to hear them. Perhaps you are going through a period of doubt, feeling your heart heavy with difficult decisions, or even questioning whether you are on the right path. This restlessness you feel is not for nothing. It is the divine call knocking on the door of your soul, asking for your attention. What you are about to discover goes beyond simple advice or pretty words. They are profound spiritual truths that will illuminate areas of your life that have been in darkness. And here's what many people don't realize. When we ignore the messages that the divine sends us, we end up going in circles, repeating the same mistakes, feeling the same pain. But today that changes. Each of these 8 messages carries a transformative energy capable of unlocking doors that seemed locked forever. You will finally understand why certain situations happened in your life, why some people left your path, and above all, what the greater purpose God has reserved for you is. Stay until the end of this video, because the last message is so powerful that it may be exactly the answer you have been seeking in your most silent prayers. Prepare your heart, open your mind, and allow these divine words to touch your soul deeply. Message 1. Stop seeking balance outside of yourself. The first message God wants you to deeply understand is this. You have been seeking balance in the wrong places. As a Libra, you were born with an intense need for harmony, for peace, for a balanced equilibrium. But look at your life honestly now. How many times have you tried to find this peace through other people? How many times have you put your needs aside, believing that if you made everyone happy, you would finally feel complete? God is showing you that this has been your biggest mistake. True balance, the kind no one can take away from you, the kind that remains even when everything around you is chaotic, that balance only exists within your own heart. You don't need anyone's approval to feel at peace. You don't need everyone to agree with you to know you're right. You don't need to sacrifice your own happiness to maintain relationships that should have ended long ago. This message comes because you have been losing yourself trying to please, trying to mediate, trying to be the bridge between people who don't always deserve your energy. And you know what happens? You become exhausted. Your light diminishes. Your joy disappears. And then you look in the mirror and no longer recognize who is there. God didn't create you to be a spiritual doormat. He didn't create you to live according to other people's expectations. He created you with unique gifts, with a powerful essence, with purposes that only you can fulfill. But how will you fulfill your mission if you're wasting your vital energy trying to balance other people's lives? It's time to bring that focus inward. When you find your center, when you connect with your own divine essence, something magical happens. The situations around you naturally begin to organize themselves. The right people stay, the wrong ones drift away. Opportunities arise at the perfect moment. Because when you are aligned with your inner truth, you are automatically aligned with the divine plan. And that plan is much bigger and more beautiful than anything you could force to happen. So take a deep breath and make that decision now. Decide that from today you will prioritize your own emotional, spiritual, and mental balance. This is not selfishness, it's sacred self-care. It's respect for the divine work that you are. And when you respect yourself in this way, you teach the whole world to respect you too. Message 2. Your indecisions are doors closed by God. God wants you to understand something revolutionary about those situations where you simply can't decide. You know, when you spend hours, days, even months stuck between 2 options and nothing seems right? When each path seems to have equal pros and cons and you're paralyzed, not knowing what to do. This paralysis isn't your weakness. It's God's way of protecting you. Let this sink deep into your heart. When God doesn't want you to take a certain direction, He takes away your peace of mind. You might think it's your indecisive Libra nature, but it's actually divine intervention preventing you from entering a door that would lead to suffering. Think about the times you finally made a forced decision just to get rid of the anguish of doubt, and then bitterly regretted it. That doubt was a sign. It was God saying, wait, this isn't the way, something better is prepared. But we humans are anxious. We want immediate answers. We want to solve everything quickly. And then we force situations that the universe was clearly blocking. How many relationships have you tried to make work, even when everything inside you screamed that something was wrong? How many jobs have you accepted even while feeling that tightness in your chest? How many friendships have you maintained even knowing they were draining your energy? Chronic indecision in any situation is God clearly telling you, this isn't for you. Learn to read these signs. When the right decision arrives, you feel peace, even if it's frightening. You feel that deep certainty that doesn't depend on logic or lists of advantages and disadvantages. You just know. And when you act from that inner knowing, everything flows. Doors open easily. The right people appear. Money comes. Opportunities multiply. Because you are walking in the direction that was divinely planned for you. So the next time you find yourself stuck in seemingly endless indecision, stop fighting. Stop trying to force clarity. Instead, ask God, what are you trying to protect me from seeing? What is this doubt trying to teach me? And then wait. Trust. Have faith that at the right moment the true door will open so obviously that you won't even hesitate to walk through it. That is divine wisdom working in your life. Honor her. Respect her. And you will see miracles happen. Message 3. Forgiving doesn't mean going back. This third message will free you from an emotional prison you may not even realize you're living in. God wants you to deeply understand the difference between forgiveness and reconciliation. You, as a Libra seeking peace and harmony, may have learned that forgiving means resuming a relationship with the person who hurt you. That forgiving is forgetting what happened and giving infinite chances. That forgiving is allowing the same people to continue having access to your life and your heart. But this is not true. This is one of the greatest spiritual lies that imprison kind souls like yours. Forgiving is an act of personal liberation. It is releasing the poison of resentment that is poisoning your own heart. It is recognizing that the person acted from their own wounds and limitations, and choosing not to carry the weight of that pain anymore. But forgiving does not erase consequences. It does not undo what was done. It does not oblige you to bring back into your life someone who has already proven to be toxic. You can forgive your father who abandoned you and still maintain distance. You can forgive the ex who betrayed you and still never allow contact again. You can forgive the friend who stabbed you in the back and still definitively end that friendship. Forgiveness is for you. Access to your life is your decision. And God is giving you permission right now to close doors that need to be closed. There are people who only return to your life to repeat the same patterns. There are relationships that are vicious cycles of pain, broken promises, and empty excuses. Your kindness has been mistaken for permission to hurt you repeatedly. Your loving heart has been treated as something disposable. And you have allowed this because you think it is your spiritual obligation to give infinite chances. But it is not. Jesus forgave his tormentors on the cross, but did not invite them to dinner afterward. Forgiveness and healthy boundaries go hand in hand. In fact, without boundaries, forgiveness becomes just a revolving door for new abuses. So look at your life now with courage. Who are the people you have forgiven but who no longer deserve access to your energy? Which relationships do you need to end definitively, with love but with firmness? Where have you been confusing loyalty with self-sabotage? God is calling you to a new level of spiritual maturity. To understand that you can have compassion for the wounds of others without allowing them to continue hurting you. You can wish the best for someone from afar, very far away. You can pray for the transformation of those who have hurt you without needing to be present to witness that transformation. Your heart is a sacred temple, and you are the guardian of that temple. Decide today who deserves to enter that sacred space, and have peace in closing the doors that need to be closed. Before we continue with the next powerful messages that will transform your life, I need to ask you something. If this video is touching your heart, if you feel these words were made exactly for you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel now. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any messages the universe has to deliver to you. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Write your city, your country, so we can form a chain of positive energy around the world. We are a spiritual family and your presence here strengthens us all. If these messages are making a difference in your journey, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. This helps me continue bringing this transformative content, and you also receive exclusive benefits. Your support means everything for this work to continue reaching and changing lives. Now let's continue because the next messages are even more impactful. Message 4. You were programmed to give, but God wants to teach you how to receive. The fourth divine message arrives to heal a deep wound that many Librans carry without realizing it. You are excellent at giving. At offering your time, your energy, your money, your love, your support. You are the person everyone seeks when they need help. The friendly shoulder. The wise advisor. The one who is always available. But God is asking, when was the last time you truly allowed yourself to receive? I'm not talking about politely accepting material gifts. I'm talking about opening your vulnerable heart to receive true love. About allowing someone to care for you in the same way you care for others. About accepting help without feeling weak or bothersome. About receiving compliments without minimizing or deflecting them. You have an invisible barrier that prevents abundance from fully entering your life. This barrier was built by beliefs you don't even remember learning. Perhaps you were taught that it is more blessed to give than to receive. That good people are those who serve and not those who are served. That accepting help is a sign of weakness. That you need to be strong always for everyone all the time. And these beliefs, even if they seem noble, are blocking the blessings that God wants to pour upon you. Because the universe works through cycles. We breathe air going in and out. The heart pumps blood in contraction and expansion movements. The tides rise and fall. Everything in nature follows this rhythm of giving and receiving. But you have broken this cycle. You are only giving, giving, giving without allowing the energy to return to you. And do you know what happens? You will dry up inside. You will lose your vitality. You will feel increasingly empty even while helping so many people. Because a spring that only pours water eventually dries up if there is no rain to replenish it. God doesn't want you to be a dry spring trying to quench everyone's thirst. He wants you to be an abundant river that receives from divine sources and therefore can flow generously. But to be that river, you need to allow yourself to receive. You need to make room in your life for blessings to enter. And that means practical and profound changes. It means learning to say yes when someone offers genuine help. It means allowing someone to pay your restaurant bill without feeling you owe them anything in return. It means accepting that compliment and simply saying thank you without explaining that it wasn't a big deal. It means asking for what you need instead of expecting others to guess. It means recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve abundance, love, care, and all good things as much as anyone else. There's a prayer you need to say every day from now on. God, I open my heart and hands to receive all the blessings you have for me. I am worthy to receive. I allow good to flow into my life. This simple shift in consciousness will begin to transform your reality in surprising ways. Unexpected opportunities will appear. Generous people will cross your path. Resources will arrive from places you never imagined, because you finally opened the door that was locked. And when you allow yourself to fully receive, something magical happens. You have even more to give. But now from a place of abundance, not scarcity. And that's the difference between sacrificing and serving with joy. Message 5. The right relationship won't make you question your worth. God wants to speak directly to your heart about relationships. This fifth message is meant to end years of confusion, suffering, and wrong choices. Pay close attention because this can completely change the course of your love life. If you are in a relationship where you constantly wonder if you are enough, question your worth, feel you need to prove your love all the time, and are always trying to be better to finally be worthy of attention and true affection, God is telling you now, this is not the right relationship. True love doesn't diminish you. It doesn't make you feel small. It doesn't make you insecure. It doesn't make you compete for attention. It doesn't force you to suppress who you are to be accepted. The love that comes from God and is aligned with your divine purpose elevates you. It makes you feel more like yourself. It gives you security. It celebrates you. It encourages you to shine. But you, dear Libra, have a dangerous pattern. You fall in love with people's potential instead of seeing who they really are now. You see that man or that woman and envision everything they could be if only they had the right love. And then you offer yourself as that transformative love. You believe that your dedication, your affection, your patience will finally make that person become who you see they can be. But do you know how often that works? Almost never. Because you can't love someone until that person transforms. You are not responsible for anyone's spiritual evolution but your own. And while you waste years of your life trying to fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed, trying to love someone who doesn't know how to reciprocate, trying to build a relationship with someone who isn't on the same level of consciousness as you, the right person is passing you by because your emotional space is occupied by someone who doesn't deserve it. God is asking you to stop now. Stop romanticizing suffering. Stop thinking it's beautiful to be the unconditional love of someone who treats you conditionally. Stop confusing intensity with true intimacy. Stop accepting emotional crumbs from someone who should offer you a banquet. You deserve someone who chooses you every day without hesitation. Someone who loves you on good days and especially on difficult days. Someone who sees your worth without you having to prove it. Someone who is sure of you in the same way you are sure of them. That love exists. But it will only arrive when you make space, finally clearing out the relationships that drain you, confuse you, and make you feel inadequate. And there's another difficult but necessary truth. Sometimes you need to be alone for a while. You need to heal the patterns that make you choose wrong repeatedly. You need to work on your self-esteem until it's so solid that you don't even consider accepting less than you deserve. This sacred solitude is not punishment. It's preparation. It's God shaping you, healing you, preparing you to receive the love that is reserved for you. A love that will make you grateful for all the relationships that didn't work out. Because finally you will understand that they didn't work out because they were preparation, not destiny. So if you are in a relationship that makes you doubt yourself, have the courage to leave. And if you are alone, use this time wisely. Work on yourself. Heal your wounds. Know your true worth. And trust that at the perfect moment the right person will appear. And you will recognize them because with them you will feel at peace, at home, complete, and yet free to be exactly who you are. Message 6. Your spiritual battles are testing your faith, not your strength. This sixth message is powerful and arrives at a crucial moment in your journey. You have been facing battles, Libra. Battles that no one sees. Internal struggles that consume your energy. Problems that seem unsolvable no matter how hard you try. And you have been trying to solve everything using your human strength, your intelligence, your planning, your control. But God is revealing something profound. These battles are not for you to fight alone. They are tests of faith disguised as problems. Let this sink in. That desperate financial situation that keeps you awake at night is not just a matter of money. It is God asking, do you trust that I will provide? That health problem that scares you is not just physical. It is an opportunity for you to discover that divine power can do the impossible. That family conflict that seems unsolvable is not just about difficult people. It's about you learning to let go of control and trusting in the perfect timing of the universe. You are a Libra, so your nature makes you want to solve, mediate, control to keep everything in order. But there are situations that are not yours to solve. They are God's. And when you insist on carrying alone what you should entrust to divine hands, you prevent the miracle from happening. Because while you are striving humanly, God expects you to recognize that you need divine intervention. Think of all the times you fought and nothing changed. You completely wore yourself out trying to force doors that remained closed. And then the moment you finally relinquished control, the moment you fell to your knees and said, I can't take it anymore, I surrender this to you, God, things began to move. It wasn't a coincidence. That's how it should have been from the beginning. God doesn't need your strength. He needs your faith. He doesn't want you to be a lone warrior carrying everything on your shoulders. He wants you to be a confident child who knows they have a powerful father taking care of everything. There is a gigantic difference between doing your part and trying to be God in your own life. Your part is to pray, act where there is clear direction, maintain faith, and be obedient to divine signs. God's part is to move mountains, open impossible paths, transform hearts, bring resources from nowhere, change situations that seem definitive. But you have been trying to do God's part, and it doesn't work. It never has. It never will. So right now, make a mental list of all the battles you are carrying. That lawsuit, that broken relationship, that illness, that debt, that dream that seems impossible. And one by one, surrender them into God's hands. Not just lip service, but truly, take your hands off them. Stop trying to control the how and the when. Just trust that you are being taken care of. This surrender is not giving up. It is the bravest act you can do, because it goes against everything your mind tells you. Your mind says, do something, control, solve. But the spirit whispers, trust, wait, rest. And when you finally choose to trust instead of control, you release divine power to work in your favor. Miracles begin to happen. Doors open. The right people appear. Resources emerge. And you look back and realize that your faith was being tested not to destroy you, but to strengthen you. To teach you that you are never alone. That there is always a greater force working in your favor. even when you don't see it. So take a deep breath and say aloud now, I trust in God even when I don't understand. I trust in the divine plan even when I don't see the way. I surrender my battles and receive peace. And watch your life transform. Message 7. You were chosen to break family patterns. The seventh divine message is profound and can explain many of your struggles. God is revealing that you are not just another member of your family. You have been spiritually chosen to be the pattern breaker. What does this mean? It means that old cycles, toxic behaviors, limiting beliefs, generational curses, traumas passed down from grandparents to parents and from parents to children. All of this will end with you. You are the link that will break these chains. That is why your journey has been so difficult. That is why you often feel different from your family. That is why your choices are questioned. That is why you face resistance when you try to do things differently. Because unconsciously your family feels that you are changing the system. And systems, even dysfunctional ones, struggle to maintain themselves. Think about the patterns of your lineage. Perhaps it is poverty, where entire generations believe that money is dirty or that good people need to suffer hardship. And you came to break that, to show that abundance and goodness can coexist. Perhaps it's abusive relationships, where the women in your family always accepted crumbs of love, and you came to teach them that you deserve respect and reciprocity. Perhaps it's alcoholism, addictions, where the men in your family destroyed themselves generation after generation, and you came to choose awareness and healing. Perhaps it's silence, where no one spoke about abuse, about pain, about difficult truths, and you came to give voice to what has always been hidden. These patterns don't want to be broken. They will fight against you. You will be called crazy, rebellious, someone who thinks they are better than everyone else. They will make you feel guilty for choosing differently. They will try to pull you back to what is familiar, even if familiar means suffering. But God didn't call you to be comfortable. He called you to be courageous. He gave you the strength to withstand the pressure. He gave you the awareness to see what needs to change. And He is now giving you confirmation that you are on the right path, even when it seems lonely. Breaking family patterns is a profound spiritual work. It requires you to heal your own wounds instead of passing them on. It requires you to forgive instead of perpetuating resentment. It requires you to choose awareness instead of autopilot. And yes, it's exhausting. Many times you'll want to give up, go back to what you know, even if the known is painful. But you can't, because it's not just about you. It's about future generations. Your children, if you have any, won't carry what you carried. Your grandchildren will be born into a clean, healed, renewed lineage. All because you had the courage to say, this ends with me. And there's more. By breaking these family patterns, you're not just changing your future. You're healing your past. There's a spiritual truth that when you heal yourself, you heal your ancestry. Your ancestors, trapped in cycles they couldn't break in life, are freed through your courage. This is a sacred mission, and you were specifically chosen for it. So when you feel alone on this journey, when your family doesn't understand your choices, when you're judged for doing things differently, remember, you are a spiritual warrior. You are not destroying your family by breaking patterns. You are saving your family by creating new paths. And one day, maybe not now, but one day they will thank you. They will look at their transformed lives and realize that it all started with your courage. Stay strong. Stay mindful. Keep choosing the path of healing even when it is the most difficult path. Because you are the chosen one. And the chosen ones don't have easy paths, but they have glorious destinies. Message 8. The best is yet to come, and you need to believe it. We've reached the 8th and final message, and it may be the most important of all. God needs you to understand something fundamental now. The best of your life is yet to come. I know you may be tired. I know you may have been through so much that it's hard to believe good things are still to come. I know disappointments have shattered your hope, and now you're afraid to dream big again. But God is saying, don't give up now. Not when you're so close to seeing everything transform. Everything you've been through so far has been preparation. Every pain has taught you something essential. Every loss has opened space for something new. Every disappointment has shown you what you no longer want to accept. You haven't wasted time. You're not late. You are exactly where you need to be. And you are ready to receive the new, even if you don't realize it. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your life a year from now. Imagine yourself living that dream that seems impossible. Imagine yourself in a healthy and reciprocal relationship. Imagine yourself in perfect health, with peace of mind, with financial prosperity. Imagine yourself smiling genuinely, without weight on your heart. Imagine yourself free from all the chains that bind you today. This is not fantasy. It's prophecy. It's what is prepared for you. But there's a condition: you need to believe. You need to keep your faith alive, even when everything around you says it's impossible. Because your faith is the bridge between where you are and where God wants to take you. Without faith, you remain trapped in what is visible, in what you already know. With faith, you open yourself to infinite possibilities that go beyond your human comprehension. And this faith doesn't need to be perfect. It can be small like a mustard seed. It can be full of doubts. It can waver. The important thing is that it exists. That every day you choose to believe that something better is coming. That you choose hope instead of despair. That you choose to trust in the divine plan instead of surrendering to fear. God is asking you to take a step of faith now. Not a giant step. Just a small movement in the direction of your dreams. Maybe it's taking that course you've been putting off for years. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation that would change everything. Maybe it's investing in that project even with the fear of failure. Perhaps it's simply about allowing your heart to open to love again. The size of the step doesn't matter. What matters is that you move. Because when you take one step towards your dreams, God takes 1,000 steps towards you. When you act in faith, miracles unfold in the invisible realm. Doors you didn't even know existed begin to open. Strategic people cross your path. Opportunities arise from unexpected places. All because you decided to believe. So here is your decision today. Will you choose to believe or choose to give up? Will you choose faith or choose fear? Will you choose hope or choose resignation? Because your choice determines your destiny. And God is saying that you deserve all good things. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be prosperous. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to fulfill your dreams. All you need to do is believe and start acting like someone who knows the best is yet to come. Stop living as a victim of circumstances. You are a child of God, a co-creator of your reality. Lift your head. Straighten your posture. Smile in anticipation of the victory that is coming. And watch the universe conspire in your favor in ways you never imagined possible. The best is yet to come, and you will live to witness it. We've reached the end of these 8 powerful messages that God prepared especially for you, dear Libra. If you felt these words touched your heart deeply, it's because they were meant for you. Nothing is by chance. You arrived here because your spirit was seeking these truths. Now the question is, what will you do with what you've heard? Will you let these messages be just beautiful words that moved you for a few minutes? Or will you allow them to transform your life? The choice is yours. I challenge you to start today. Choose one of these 8 messages that touched you the most and begin applying it to your life. If it was the message about finding balance within yourself, stop seeking external validation now. If it was about forgiving without going back, have the courage to close that door. If it was about receiving, open your heart to the blessings that want to enter. Whatever it is, don't let another day go by living the old way. You were called to something greater. And here in the comments I want to know, which of these 8 messages impacted you the most? Which one seems to have been written especially for your moment? Share with us. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. We are a community of evolving souls, and we grow stronger together. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Every week there's new content to help you on your spiritual journey. Turn on notifications to be the first to receive the messages the universe has for you. And if these words truly resonated with you, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. This helps me continue this work of bringing light and transformation to millions of people. I believe in you, Libra. I believe in your potential. I believe your best days are yet to come. And above all, I believe you have everything you need within you to live the extraordinary life that was planned for you. Now go out there and shine. The world needs your light. God bless you, and until the next video.